Best of everything to one of my favorite students and a wonderful student teacher. Fondly, Jill Bowman. And look at the date. Ha! I could see your mouth through the mess. Look at the date.
And then you guys want to know something crazy?
94.
Jill Bowman, who was her third grade teacher, this room right here was her classroom. When I came to the middle school, right, to teach here, this was her classroom. And I remember seeing her name written on everything. And then I'm actually very good friends with her daughter. And I remember when Ferlin moved in here, and I was like, we were talking, when she first introduced this book to me, and I was like, this book is a little weird. And then I loved it. But I was like, no way, this is Jill Bowman's classroom. And she's like, no way. How crazy is that? Isn't it almost like we were meant to be?
It's a vibe. Feeling. It's a vibe. So, as she shared it to me when I was a third grade student, I am sharing it with you. And I hope that you get inspired and love it as much as I did. Now, like Christina said, when the book first starts, it's a little slow, as some books are. But believe me, you're going to love it. You ready? The title of the book is... Dill, you have a question? Oh, you want to miss this? Or can you hang on? You got to do what you got to do. Okay, good. Thanks for staying with me. Lafcadio, the lion who shot back. Okay. Pictures here. Okay. Lafcadio, the lion who shot back. Even your old Uncle Shelby once had a teacher. His name was Robert Cosby, and this book is dedicated to him. Lafcadio, the lion who shot back. And now, children, your Uncle Shelby is going to tell you a story about a very strange lion. In fact, the strangest lion I have ever met. Now, where shall I begin this lion tale? I mean, the lion tale. I suppose that I should begin at the moment that I first met this lion. Let's see. That was in Chicago on Friday the 17th of December. I remember very clearly because the snow had just turned to slush and the traffic was very bad on Dorchester Avenue. And this lion was looking around for a barbershop. And it was just coming home from... No, I suppose I should start the story long before that. I suppose I should tell you about the lion when he was very young. All right, that's where I'll start. Once there was a young lion, and his name was, well, I don't really know what his name was because he lived in a jungle with a lot of other lions. And if he did have a name, it certainly wasn't like Joe or Ernie or anything like that. No, it was more of a lion name like, maybe Gruff or Rawr. Well, anyway, he had a name like that, and he lived in the jungle with other lions. And he did the usual lion thing, like jumping and playing in the grass and swimming in the river and eating rabbits and chasing lions and sleeping in the sun. And he was very happy. Well, then one day, I believe it was on a Thursday, after all the other lions had eaten a good lunch and they were sleeping in the sun, snoring lion snore, and the sky was blue and the birds were going caw-caw, and the grass was blowing in the breeze. It was a quiet and wonderful. It was quiet and wonderful, and suddenly, boom! Suddenly, there was such a loud sound, all the lions woke up fast and jumped straight into the air. And they started to run, lickety-spit, clippity-clap, clappity-clip, clippity-clip. Oh, wait, that's how horses run. Well, they just ran, whatever way lions run. I don't know. Maybe even pitter-pat. Anyway, they all ran away. Well, almost all. Who do you think did? There was one lion that did not run. And that is the one I'm going to tell you this story about. This one lion. He just sat up. He blinked. He winked in the sun. He stretched his arm. Well, maybe he stretched his paws. And he rubbed the sleep out of his eyes and he said, "Hey, why is everybody running?" And the old lion who was running by said, "Run, kid, run, run, run! The hunters are coming." "Hunters? Hunters? What are hunters?" said the young lion, still just blinking in the sun. "Look," the old lion said, "you better stop asking so many questions and just run if you know what's good for you." So the young lion got up, stretched, and began to run with the other lions. Pitter-pat, flippity-flop, clippity-clap. I think we've gone through all of this before. And after he had run for a while, he stopped and he looked back. "Hunters," he said to himself. "I wonder what hunters are." And he said the name hunters over and over to himself. Hunters, hunters. And you know, he kind of liked the sound of the name hunters. You know, the way that the sound of certain words like Tuscaloosa, tapioca, or gumbo, he liked the sound of hunters. So he let all the other lions run ahead, and he stopped. And he hid in the tall grass, and soon he could see the hunters coming. Still, they all stood on their hind feet, and they all wore nice little red caps, and they all carried these funny sticks that made this loud noises. And the young lion, he kind of liked their looks. Yes, he just liked their looks. So when a nice hunter with green eyes and one tooth missing in the front passed by the tall grass with his funny red cap, that had a little egg salad on it, by the way, the lion just stood up. He just stood up. "Hi, hunter," he said. "Good heavens," cried the hunter. "A ferocious lion, a dangerous lion, a roaring, blood-sucking, man-eating lion." "I'm not a man-eating lion," said the young lion. "I eat rabbits and blackberries." "No excuses," said the hunter. "I'm going